Hi, my name is Andrew James Carter and I wrote the Scriptapalooza Grand Prize winning screenplay Juice. The idea for Juice grew out of a short story I wrote several years ago, and for no reason at all it seemed to pop back into my head about 18 months ago, and I decided to develop it into what was originally intended to be a short film. But as I started to write that out, I had an idea for a much more interesting, much larger scale piece, which would ultimately turn into my first feature script.
And how long did it take you to write?
When I started writing the first version, with the short, which would ultimately grow, I spent about 3 months writing that before I decided it needed a bit of an overhaul. I'd started with a very dark and gritty world, and decided, after getting a little bit bogged down with the script, that I was doing too much with the overall themes in the body of the piece, and was not perhaps giving the protagonist the best setting in order to tell his story. In light of that, I went away and cut it apart a bit, put it back together, and started writing the final version around about February last year. From then it took me about 3 or 4 months to finish off the script and have it ready to enter.
And how many rewrites did you actually do on the script itself?
2 in the end. The first from the short film that grew from there, and the second, once I re-established it and set it in a slightly lighter, more Guy Ritchie-esque world, specifically designed to detract from the more gritty undertones which form the bulk of the plot twist towards the end.
And why did you choose Scriptapalooza?
Scriptapalooza's reputation alone sets it apart from all the other international competitions there are. It gets almost 4,000 entries every year. Everyone who's ever entered any competition is aware of Scriptapalooza. It's linked to from the BBC website. There are countless reasons why anyone should enter Scriptapalooza, and countless reasons why I did.
What advice would you give to other screenwriters?
Write, and don't stop writing. The only way to improve the craft is to write and to try different things and to establish your voice, essentially. I've written various scripts over the years, and there are some that are sat in drawers locked away that I will never dare look at because I know just how bad they are. And there are others that I've written more recently which I can see a distinct change in. And I think that's round about when I established, I guess, what would be called a voice, which is my set way of writing and how my writing works best for telling the stories I want to tell. So I would definitely recommend everyone who wants to write, to screenwrite, write as often as you can, and try not to make excuses for not writing. Even though every writer spends a good 90% of their time finding ways not to write, it's important to not just to tell yourself you will find the time to write, but to make the time to write and to stop making those excuses.